Hi everyone, welcome to Scam Haters United Australia and New Zealand. Today I'm joined with Caesar. He has got an absolutely incredible podcast to tell you all about today. So I shall bring Caesar in. Hi Caesar.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, good.
How was your
Had
birthday?
a
How was your wonderful
oh
21st,
my
21st birthday?
birth My birthday was awesome. Absolutely awesome. I
What did
felt
you
the
do?
love. I
Did
got
you?
lots and lots of messages and phone calls and video calls. It was brilliant. It was really, really good. Yeah. So I'm entering another year now.
I mean, high five, right? God, you are
Yes.
blessed, Miss Cathy. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Everybody reckons I don't look my age, but there you go.
I mean,
I'm into
21
my
years
sixth.
old. I mean, I mean,
Yes, I have entered my, okay, here we go, everyone. I've entered my 64th year.
really?
How's that?
Wow. Okay. Well, good job, Miss Cathy. Good job. See,
Thank
that's
you.
good health. That's good positive vibes, right? That's helps keep
Yep,
you young.
yep, exactly, exactly. So, good morning, everyone. Hi, Dana. Dana's joined us, and yeah, it's going to be a brilliant topic today. I'm so looking forward to this. So, everyone, I'm going to hand the stage over to Caesar. I'll be in the background. I will be commentating, but I'll be in the background. But Caesar is our honoured guest today, and the stage is yours, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, well, hello everyone. Good evening. And as you can see, I got a haircut, Miss Cathy, because I started. I started had my open house yesterday. So I met a couple of my new cadets, and the barber gave me a
Oh,
little too short. So what can you do,
hi,
right?
Alicia. Yeah, how did it go?
Oh, it went great. It went great. Yeah, I had to wear my dress uniform yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I actually look pretty snazzy. I might say I'm not.
Oh, you always look snazzy.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you. All right.
Oh,
So,
that's wonderful. Okay.
thank you. All right. So, now I know the main topic right now, and I know it's been trending a lot, is the generals, the use of a general's picture. Okay.
Mm.
Now, in a couple of my other videos, everyone, we did say that, well, I said that the reason why military is often used, for first military, is again, it's that make that patriotic feeling, make you feel obligated to the person that's talking to you. Okay, now you have one that's a general. Okay, so
Mm.
now your known behavior is gonna be, wow, this person is so high in rank, this person is so superior in the military that he's talking to me, or he or she's talking to me. So I feel so amazing. I feel so amazing. Okay. Um,
They
so with
make
this,
them feel very, very special.
yes, absolutely. Because think about it, right? If the prime minister of Australia started saying, "Hey, how are you?" Yeah,
Hi,
right. You're gonna be
Galen.
like, "Wow, oh my goodness," So, but yeah, so generals. Okay, so with generals, okay, they're the ones that have the star on their rank. Okay, everyone. So that's a star. Remember that.
Mm.
So if you read something that says if they have a star in their picture, but they say they're a sergeant, already we're having some red flags. Okay, but the fact that again they're using this general to just again entice you. They really want that to bring you in. Okay, again, military and then the general piece. Okay, generals, they're not going to have. They may have their Facebook pages, but they're not ran by the general. Okay, everyone, they are not ran by the general. They're going to have about maybe 5 or 6 people running the social media. Okay,
Mm.
5 or 6 people they're going to be running it. Okay, so you're going to have 2 people running in the morning. Whatever
Mm.
comes up in the morning, they're gonna post and do whatever. Then right around lunchtime, early lunch, then later lunch, then the evening. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And that's it. They are not going to contact you. Okay, again, I'm going to repeat. The generals have a lot of administrative to do. Yes, they are in a very superior level, but they have a lot of responsibility. Okay? I know people will say, oh, generals, the higher you get, the less work you do. But I'm just going to say this, everyone. Generals have a boss also. They are in the Pentagon or they're in the White House. Okay, so they have someone they need they have someone, a boss. Let's just say they have a boss too. All right. So that being said, they're not going on social media and talking. Now they may have a personal page, have their family on there, but everything you're gonna say, I'm telling you, you're gonna see, if you do see it, is not gonna have anything military. They're gonna separate themselves because they're gonna use their picture for like say the division or whatever division they belong to. So 3rd Division, 1st Division, they'll use their picture because they are in charge, but other people are going to run it for them.
And you're right too, Caesar. A lot of victims do not know that they're not just talking to one scammer, they're talking to many. And as you said, they are shifts.
Yes.
So, and you'll notice that and you'll notice that because a lot of them will have different personalities.
Yes. Right, because one of them can be very defensive, and then all of a sudden, next one, they're honey baby, I love you, you're the best thing ever, and then the next one is just one word answers. Just okay, good, all right.
And when they first contact you, they're grooming you.
Oh yes. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're preparing you. They're definitely a big manipulation using the military. And I have a video for that. So if you guys want to watch those, feel free. All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about, everyone, secret missions.
Oh, okay. Our favorite.
So yeah, secret missions. Everyone, I've been on a few secret missions myself. I promise you, my wife never knew my secret missions. Most of the military did not know what my missions were. None. So for this person to say they're doing secret missions and letting you know about it, again, so say, for example, if he really was a general and he was saying, hey, I'm on this secret mission and this is where my location's at. He's breaking so many operational security rules that he would be relieved of his duty, possibly lose rank. And let me tell you, if you go all these years to get a general, just to throw it all away because you want to, tell someone that you're on no, it ain't going to work. To include everyone, no general will be on a mission. You know what this is, right? That's a zero. That's a zero, everyone. None. They will not be on any mission. They'll have people like myself, non-commissioned officers, that will be taking the charge. Or if they do have an officer, they'll be probably no higher than a major. And I promise you that officer, no disrespect to the officers, but it'll be most likely people like me that will be going out the wire and conducting any type of mission. Officers will be behind. Why is that? Because they handle mostly the administrative part of the United States. We'll just say the Army. We'll just say the Army for right now. They'll handle the administrative. We'll actually handle all the, how should we say, the executive actions. We'll take care of that, not the general. It's not the movies. It's not the cartoons. No. Okay, it's kind of like a chessboard, Miss Cathy, right? Who is the bad guys going after? The king, right? The king. So same thing with us. The general is gonna be the king. So the general's got to be taken care of. It's the pawns, the knights, the rooks that go out there. They're either being aggressive, they're being proactive or reactive. not the generals, guys, not the generals. Okay, so that's that on secret missions. They're not going on secret missions, everybody. Okay, next topic we're going to talk about, and I know Miss Cathy, I know Miss Ruth always rolls her eyes about this one. Oh, she's grabbing her hair. She's ready. Peacekeeping missions. Everyone, there's no peacekeeping missions. I think we said this plenty of times, everybody. There is none. I can tell you right now, I've gone out, I've been deployed multiple times. I have never, ever, ever said peacekeeping missions. Now, that being said, when I did, say I worked with my Iraqi counterparts, okay? Say I did missions with them. We would just say, yeah, we're just on mission. Doesn't matter whether it was peaceful or not peaceful. The Iraqis would say they're on a peacekeeping mission. Or any Middle Eastern, Afghans, they would say the same thing. Oh, we're on peacekeeping mission. So that being said, if a general that you're talking to says he's American and he says he's on peacekeeping mission, but Iraqis and all Middle Easterners that are in the army say they're doing peacekeeping mission, to include even their police force, they'll say peacekeeping mission. That should tell you right there. You're not talking to an American.
No.
Not at all. Because like I said, there's no, I've never, ever, in my 20 years, in my multiple deployments, ever said that I'm on a peacekeeping mission. Okay, so please keep up with the verbiage, everybody. Okay, because again, you even watch the movies, Miss Cathy. Watch the movies. You never hear, right, a soldier say we're on a peacekeeping mission.
No, you don't.
No. I think the last time I've heard any peacekeeping mission was Star Wars, when they captured Princess Leia. They said they're on a peacekeeping mission to Alderaan. So my age here, but it's true. That's the only time we've heard that. I've never heard peacekeeping unless I was on the Middle East. So hopefully you guys, like I said, listen to that. If they say peacekeeping missions, bad. All right. So the next one we are going to talk about patrols.
Oh, yes.
Patrols. Listen, I've been on plenty of patrols. I've never told my wife I was on any patrol. Never. None. No need. Okay. I even told my soldiers, when we're leaving, you talk to before we leave, talk to your family night before. They don't need to know where we're going. They don't even know what we're doing. Why have them worried? You don't want your loved ones worried. So why would you tell a loved one, I'm going on patrol in a dangerous area? When they do that, they're trying to exploit you. Okay, because they have the distance, and they're going to use military, and immediately everyone thinks about military. They think half the time they think it's terrible fighting, blowing things up, and whatnot. So they want to exploit that from you. So this way, you're going to say, yes, I'm going to help you because I'm patriotic. I'm sympathetic to you because you're in a dangerous place and on a patrol.
And you know what, Caesar? Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
And that is a very, very good point, because that will also give them the leverage to message you later saying that they've been ambushed or there's been an accident, and of course that's when the hospital comes in, and the hospital bills.
Yeah, the hospital bill comes in, right? Yeah, you gotta love the selfies with in the hospital bed.
Yeah. We shouldn't laugh, but yes, they're bad.
But Miss Cathy, but it's true though. Like
it is true.
So real quick, I had hip replacement surgery a couple years ago. You didn't see my picture posted? I mean, come on. Well, who does that? Or maybe after surgery, you give a thumbs up that you're good. Okay, but again, it's like it's too posed.
It's
You know,
ridiculous.
it's not like natural. Like, hey, I'm good. It's like, yeah, it's ridiculous. So yeah,
Mm. Photoshopping is very, very easy, everyone.
that it is. That
Mm-hmm.
it is. Photoshopping is very easy, and also all those new AIs that they have, Miss Cathy.
Mm.
Some are getting really good.
Mm.
Some are getting really good, but I
Yeah.
think that'll be for next. Yeah, because they're getting really good. Wow. All right. So again, we left off of patrols, right?
Mm.
All right. So another thing that I've noticed that a lot of these generals are trending right now is that they're on a private mission. Private mission. So let's go back. Let's check on learning. We know that generals do not go on secret missions. We know the generals are going to stay in their main base. If anything, they're not going to come overseas. They're going to stay in the United States unless they're really, really needed, which, again, it can be either way. But they're going to be
Mm-hmm.
protected. They're not going to be out. They're not going to be on a peacekeeping mission, not on any secret missions whatsoever. So that being said, there's no such thing as a private mission. And I've heard this a couple of times already
Mm.
from certain people that, oh, well, he says he's on a private mission. Now, when they say that, it's to how should we say it's to isolate you, okay? Because again, I'm sharing something secret with you, so you can't tell anybody. Now that just mystifies. Cause look at Miss Cathy's face when I said mystery. Already said, oh yeah,
Mm.
mystified, mystery,
Mm.
private,
Mm.
quiet, hush
Mm.
hush. Or in the
Mm.
army, where we call it secret squirrel. So yeah, yep, There's no private missions, guys. None. I was never even on a private mission. No such thing. That means that I will have to go outside the wire by myself. Like I said, this is not the movies. This is not the movie. So no private missions. There is absolutely, positively none. SEAL Team 6, one of the greatest proactive teams in the military, do not do private missions.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
everyone? Everyone, I'm pretty
Mm.
sure everyone knows who's SEAL Team 6. They're the creme of
Mm.
the creme,
Mm.
and they act as a team.
Mm. I call them the SOG, Sons of God.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so no private missions, everybody. So as soon as you see that, just block them. Anything you hear,
Mm.
guys, right now, if you're talking to a male or female that's saying that they're a general and they're doing all this, or even a soldier, just block them. Trust me, the five the couple of seconds of heartache that you're not hearing those compliments, it's gonna be worth the less pain you're gonna get later on. The consequences are gonna be pretty hard.
Mm. Mm.
Okay.
And yeah, it can be devastating, as we know in the
Yes.
last week. Mm.
Yes. So
Mm.
guys, again, just block them. Trust me, you don't need them. If anything, talk to Miss Cathy.
Mm.
Talk to her Pete, Miss Alicia, Miss Gabrielle.
Mm.
Talk to me.
Mm.
We'll keep you. We'll keep you occupied. We will
Mm.
keep you occupied until you actually just stray away from these fake people. All right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's right.
Yeah. All right. So the next one, and yeah, this is a big one, and we'll hammer this down again, Miss Cathy. Money. They have no money. Everyone. So I did with Miss Sandy. We were talking about because I think someone actually brought up the topic about a general, and they knew they had a general told them they had no money. It turns out that the general makes $18,000 a month. A
Yeah,
month.
the pay scales. I remember watching that one. That was
Yeah,
amazing. Mm.
18,000 a month, everyone.
Mm.
And if they're deployed, they get an extra grand, non-taxed, an extra grand on top of that if they're deployed overseas. To include, we also did the housing allowance, Ms. Cathy. So they get a housing allowance. So say, for example, when I'll use me for an example. Hey, Mads. I'll use me for an example. When I was living in New York, the Army actually gave me $3,000 per month, and I was outside my salary for a house. So my house at the time was about $2,400. So I kept this extra $600 per month, not taxed. So imagine what a general is going to make.
Double, triple?
It's ridiculous. So everyone, that being said, these generals got money. They don't need you to help them out. They don't need you for as we said earlier, hospital bills. They don't need you to pay for boarding school for their kid. Okay? They don't need no money. Trust me.
And they've got access to their money all the time.
All the time, Miss Cathy. When I was deployed, I had access to my money, everyone. I can't stress this enough. My bank account was never closed, was never frozen. I had access to my money easily. To include, my family had access to my money because everything's direct deposit. Everyone, you have direct deposit. Right? Ms. Cathy, you have the direct deposit? Yeah.
Yes.
So it is actually a standard in the military. Before you leave for boot camp, you must have direct deposit. Otherwise, you can't ship out. I know a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, you will not ship out, Ms. Cathy, if you do not have a direct deposit made up. If you have no bank, they won't take you.
And another thing too, and this is a very good one. Actually, Alicia has just brought it up, and she's got, can you talk about the soldiers that they do not find a box of gold bars while on deployment?
Wait,
have you heard that? Yeah, have you heard that one before? Where they will talk about, they'll tell their victims that they've got a box of gold bars, and they want to ship them to the victim, and they want the victim to keep them under their protection while they're away. But the victim, or should I say client, has to pay a fee. Yeah, to get them out. Yeah, to get them out. I mean, yeah, to get them out from where the soldier is, and then they have to pay a fee to get them out of customs.
Okay, so that is actually facts. They cannot get past customs with that. But here's the thing: there's no fee. Customs will confiscate that box of gold. I repeat, they will confiscate it. I'll say this. I had DVDs of movies. There were just copies that we got for like $2.
You're showing your age.
Yeah. All right, everyone, $2. There were $2 each, and all one was just say it was The Dark Knight, Batman movie. Customs confiscated it. They confiscated it. It was just a little movie. I had even a we had some, I guess they considered it war trophies. It was when we we raided a compound, and they had like pictures and posters and other stuff. Nothing inappropriate. I mean, but like I said, and they consider war trophies. So we said no. So any type of, even money, currency. If you had dollar bills, it was in your pocket. They checked it. They verified it. Okay, good. But solid gold bars that was found, nope. They
That's
will
yes.
confiscate it and they'll keep it and they'll tell you, have a good day. They will not even argue with you. They don't want to even give you anything. No, because and they'll just keep it. That's it. Because they'll consider it a property of their land, wherever the area is, and that's it. They'll just give it to them, and they'll walk away from it. Customs will walk away from it.
Of course
But
they
customs
will.
will not allow gold bars, cash, any type of those currency, just freewheeling. Oh no, that is why everything. Like, if, for example, say me and Miss Cathy right now, if I was to give her money, it's going to be digital. It's going to be digital. They don't want to see me sending over cash. Now, I mean, I could probably mail it over. But
In a cereal box.
Roger, yeah. So it'll like I said, if it's like maybe, within the country, sure. But if we're going outside the country, no. Especially in these places that these um, scammers are actually saying they're from. No, nope. What will happen is, everyone, if you actually accept it, say you try to go through customs, this person that's trying to send it to you, since obviously they're fake, they're not going to get investigated on. The person that's coming to claim it will be investigated, which means you will be so say you're in the United States, the country's embassy will come. They'll talk to your local police, and they'll have a nice little powwow with you, meaning they'll have a nice conversation with you. And it's not going to be fun.
No,
It
it's
won't be
not.
fun. It won't be fun. It could be extremely awkward because you're going to have representatives of another country, to include local enforcement, coming to your house. And again, they're not going to be nice to you. They're not going to ask you for a cup of coffee. They're gonna talk to you about basically a felony, a high felony charge, and multiple charges, because they're gonna go by each. So if it's like $50, say it's $1,000,000, but in 50s, it could be per. So yeah.
Wow. And unfortunately, the language that they use, they do manipulate you to the fact that you do actually believe it.
Absolutely, because again, you're general, you're military, right? I can get my money because I'm constantly on mission. I'm fighting the good fight, and immediately your heart's going to be so soft about it, and you're going to combat it. And that's the thing too. You're going to fight yourself, Miss Cathy. You're going to fight yourself, even though those red flags are popping. The red flag here comes, but then you're going to say, "But wait a second, he's in combat." But this don't make sense. But if I do not help him, am I not going to be sympathetic anymore? Am I not going to be patriotic anymore?
And they will pull on your heartstrings. Why don't you love me? It's
Oh yeah. Why?
don't you care?
Exactly. Don't you care?
Yeah, don't you trust me? I really, really love you. It's just, it's awful.
It's tough. It's tough how simple words can just easily pull the heartstrings. And those words that again, they create the picture in your brain. So if I'm a general and I'm in Syria, immediately you think of the guy in Syria. It's broken buildings, poverty. You hear gunshots. I mean, I'm just speculating, but people think that. People think that if you're in military, they must have think that I must have been through hell and back.
Can I just ask, can you just explain to our audience too, that when you are on deployment and if you are hurt, what does the military do for you and your family?
So if I'm hurt, say if I am shot, say I'm shot in the arm, okay? So they'll take me to a local, either a hospital, doctors, or whatnot. Say it's always going to be on the base, so it's going to be on a secured area. I'll see a doctor. They'll take care of me, like as if I was back in the States. They'll if I need stitches, they'll give me stitches. If I get a patch, pull blood, whatever it is, they will take care of me. I will not pay a dime. I'm not going to say, "Here you go, doctor. Here's my cash." No, because the doctors that's going to be on my base are going to be military doctors. So military is going to take care of the military. There's no
There we
money.
go, everyone.
Yep,
There
there's
we
no
go.
money that's going to be exchanged because
No.
I'm already. So military's going to take care of their own. Now, if say for example, I know you said about the family, right? My wife and kids. So if I'm deployed and say one of my kids falls down on her bike and breaks her leg, so she's under my coverage because again, we all have to have medical. The Army ensures if you have family, if you have a wife, if you're single and have kids, they will be on your medical. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, there is no way they will not allow it. And we do have some instances where they don't. They try to trick the military, and guess what happens to those soldiers, Miss Cathy? They get told bye. They kick them out. They chapter them out.
Dishonorable discharge.
They get out. I mean, yeah. Like I said, there are one or two soldiers that do that because they're trying to whatever their crazy plans are. But you are obligated. You are mandatory. And you know what happens also, Miss Cathy? So since it's mandatory, they already start charging you on your paycheck. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, so you have no choice. You have to use it. You have to use it because you're paying for it already. So everyone. So if say again, my daughter got hurt. Say she broke a leg. My wife will take her to the hospital. She will be under the military military medical. Okay, my medical insurance, my medical coverage. All she gotta use is they all have their ID cards. All right, so every family member is gonna have the ID cards, and those ID cards are gonna have my Department of Defense identification number. That's how they know that they are belong to the soldier's family. And they put that number in. Oh, there he is, Sergeant Camacho. That's his family. It's covered, paid for, no matter what. There you go. It's good to go. And they'll take care of her. They'll do the pre. They'll do the whatever if they need to do operation or whatever the operating they got to do or whatever they got to fix, and they'll also do the post. So follow-ups and everything like that all gets covered. All right, everybody. Okay, that's a big one. So if you hear, I've heard the boarding school and my kid's not feeling well, so I need money. Nope. And no boarding school.
And school fees too.
No boarding school, Miss Cathy. No boarding school. Because every time I deployed, I had to have in written documentation signed by law, by Army lawyers that, for example, because I'll use myself, my wife was going to take care of my kids, and that she was going to have access to my money, and vice versa. We would the same routine, right? So, So the kids, there's no need to go to how should we say boarding school? Nothing. They need to know where to leave anywhere. To include majority of the times, soldiers either live on the base or close to the base. And most of the major installations, most bases in the States or even in Europe, they're gonna have a hospital there. The same.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if they're single, all right. So if they say, "Oh, I'm not married anymore, but I have a son," that son is gonna, by law, that person, whoever's talking, the soldier, they have to have proper documentation on stating who is taking care of my child. And it's not going to be a boarding school. I promise you, it's not going to be a boarding school. They're gonna have that person, soldier's mother, father, brother, uncle, sister, and they're going to have to get written statements from these family members stating that they are going to be responsible and they will take care of said child.
They cover all bases, don't they?
They have
Before you
to.
go away,
Think about
they
it, Miss
have to.
Cathy. If I leave and I don't have, say I don't have a written document saying that my wife can, say she can say purchase a car without me, because I'm deployed. And if she does that, she can be held by federal court and also military justice as well.
And one thing you do have to do, you also have to have a will in place.
Oh yes, every deployment I had to make a new will.
Yes.
It's very uncomfortable. I'll be honest with you. It's not comfortable, but you have to. Yeah, by law. It's by law. And again, Ms. Cathy, we had to get it signed by the Army lawyer. Swear it in. You gotta swear. Everything's good on there. And it's good to go. They sign off on it. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Ms. Cathy, because that's a big one. No money for health, no money for food. Yeah. So everyone who listens to this, again, we can't stress this enough.
No, we can't. Yes, it's unfortunately there's the scammers are very, very, very good at manipulating you, and they will tell you, oh, don't believe your friends, or don't believe Caesar. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Absolutely. Isolation.
They do.
Yeah, that's what
They
they want you
do.
to do. Because again,
Don't tell anybody about us.
they won't understand, Miss Cathy. They won't understand it. They won't get it.
No.
And why? Why wouldn't they get it? They're a loved one's a loved one, guys. Right? And especially family. Because family is a choice. You can be blood all you want, but if it's not, but family's choice. Like for example, Miss Cathy, I consider my family. You know why? Because my choice is my choice. Miss Alicia, Miss Gayleen, Miss Ruth. They're like my family. They're like an extension of my family.
Yeah.
And again, that's my choice. And I can probably talk to them about anything I want. Again, I choose to. But if you go ahead and not choose to, then that's on you. People care
when
about
you think about it, when you think about it, I mean, it's amazing when they say they can't video call. How? I don't know. I can't get my head around it, even to this day. Well, I can. That's the wrong thing to say. Why do you fall in love with someone that you have never seen? It's only words. That's all it is. It's only words. It's having a conversation on your computer. It's having a phone call. And I mean, some of them do ring, and it's a very, very strong accent. And they'll say that their mother is from Italy and their father is from Scotland. So they're a bit of a runt of the litter.
Right.
Yeah, and getting back to what we're saying about the wills, they will actually say to the victim, I'm making a new will and I want to make you as a beneficiary. I've had that many, many, many times.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I can answer.
And that's where they get all your personal information from.
Okay, so that being said, all right. So military, and I know me and Cathy has spoke about this before. All military, okay, especially U.S. military. I'm not gonna speak for European or whatever. All U.S. military does not recognize engaged couples or boyfriend girlfriend.
Yes.
Either you're married
Mm.
or you're single.
Mm.
That's it. That's it.
Mm.
So that's it. They will not accept it. If you and I know
What
I've
about
seen this before. Yes, ma'am.
sorry, what about common law marriages, like de facto?
Nope.
Mm.
Not even common law. Good. That's a good point. I like that. That was very good. Yeah, not even
Mm.
common law. I've had people that come in that I've put in the army, and they said, "Well, I have a common law." Okay. There's no paper saying that by the state law. There's no marriage license. So
Mm.
you're single. Period. That's it. They will not recognize that, everybody. They will not recognize. I like that one. That was a good one, Miss Cathy. I'm sure someone probably brought that
Mm.
up. Yeah, no
Mm.
common law.
No.
They can probably say that on paper, right? Right, Miss Cathy? They can probably say on paper, oh yeah, we're common law. Nope. They will not accept it. Nope.
Mm.
Common law.
Mm.
Good one. I like that one.
Mm.
No, but again,
So much up here, it's unbelievable.
it's great though. That's really good. No, but that's a good one because they could probably use that. And you said you've seen it already, right? Right?
Sorry?
You said you've seen it already. People said that
I have.
wow, that's a
I
good one.
have. I have.
Wow.
I've actually had victims where they've showed me the documentation where they have sent the forms over for common law marriages.
Oh, boy,
Mm.
that's that
Mm.
Miss Cathy, that's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
I can see someone falling for that one.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, I can see someone falling
Easily.
for that one. I can see someone, but yeah, but everyone, common law, nope. Like I said, either you're married and you have proof of it, or you're single. That is it.
Mm.
That
Mm.
is it. Don't sign anything. Do not sign a thing.
Mm.
There's no need. Again,
No.
these so-called soldiers that are overseas, they don't need money. They don't need support. They don't need anything like that. They're fine.
And another thing, Caesar, is also you can't buy your way out of the army to
Oh
come to you.
yeah, I've heard that one before too. Yes, you. Okay, so and I know we've talked about this before, but it does come up a lot. Okay,
Mm.
so if I'm going on leave during my deployment, it's already scheduled. It is already
Mm-hmm.
planned. I knew months in advance when I was actually gonna take my leave days. It is a guaranteed 2 weeks that I'll be back home. The Army will pay for my time for my trip back home. So I'll
Mm.
go from my destination wherever I'm at
Mm-hmm.
in the world. They'll pay me. They'll actually pay for everything. I'm not paying a dime, and I'll go to my base where I'm actually stationed at. Now, say if I was stationed in Texas and I wanted to go back
Mm-hmm.
to New York, they'll fly me to Texas, and out of my pocket, I'll pay to
That's
go to
exactly
New York.
right.
Okay, so I
Mm.
would pay out of my pocket, and they will want to see um, my plan. They will want to see my itinerary. So once I get from my destination to Texas, they don't want to
Mm.
see my printout saying that I'm going at what time, my flights, because again, accountability is huge in the military. Accountability
Mm.
is big. They don't want me just disappearing.
Mm.
So they'll have it on there. And say if I'm going to New York for about a week, say 2 days in Florida, and then back to Tech, they want to see all of that before I'm even leaving.
Everything has to be documented.
That is correct. So
Mm.
there's no yeah. So everything
Mm.
has to be documented. This way is for accountability purposes.
Mm.
Everyone, please, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not paying. You're not going to pay for a person to leave. To include, if I'm going on leave, they're going to have either someone to replace me already, or
Mm-hmm.
they just move on without me.
Mm.
That's it. And most of
Mm.
the time, I would say about 95% of the time, they just moved along without me. That was it. For 2 weeks, that was all. They continued mission. They continued to do whatever they did in patrols, what have you. Everything flowed without me. Because then when I came back about a week later, my buddy will go out and go on leave. And we had to go again without him. So there's no price. There's no, and I think I've read the documentation where it said that, we have to pay someone for him to leave to replace them. So absolutely, positively
Definitely
not.
No, definitely not. No.
Nope. Because I can tell you right now, so say for example, you have my team, right? If we're that dire for our team, then we'll just pull from a headquarters unit. You see what I'm saying? Or pull for another unit. And they can say, okay, we'll say we get a mechanic that we get put on our team. He'll drive the car. Because if there's an issue with the car, he can fix it. Right? It makes sense. That's it. That's how it would happen. So know everyone, they will not pay. There's no fee for them going on leave. And I seen the paperwork. $3,000. Like, why? Then
yeah, I've seen. I think one victim showed me the documentation of her scammer wanting to leave the army, and she had to pay for his his discharge from the army to come out to see her, and it was $10,000.
Wow. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because I just got out of the army. and let me tell you, everybody, I didn't pay anything. I didn't pay a thing. Nothing. I mean, for what? The Army's going to remove me. If anything, the Army's going to save money not paying me anymore. So what is there to pay? I mean, I paid nothing. The Army paid for my medical to make sure that how healthy I was as I was leaving. Army
Your discharge medical,
yeah, my discharge medical. They paid for all my documentation to go to and fro. I didn't pay a dime. The only thing I had to pay for, Miss Cathy, is that I was missing an item from my clothing record.
Okay.
$19. That was it. So everyone, to get out of the Army, trust me, they don't need to pay anything. And if he's getting discharged and is below 20 years, they're obviously doing a voluntary, discharge where they're not even going to get full. They're not going to get. It's not even worth it. They'll get less. They'll get about 30% of their pay if they leave early. Why do that? How can you live on that? 30% of your salary. No, ain't worth it. Because people have done it, but it ain't worth it. Or they get medically discharged. Now they get medically discharged again, like Miss Cathy said earlier. They're gonna pay for your physical, your discharge physical. They're gonna pay for everything that whatever they find is wrong, to include documentation going to and fro. They're gonna pay for that. They're gonna pay for you to see, say, if it's a psychologist or any type of specialist. The Army's gonna pay for that as well. They pay everything for mine. I got my ear checked, eyes checked, head checked, my skin checked, my knees checked, feet checked. I had so many MRIs, X-rays, you name it. I didn't pay a dime.
So recapping everything, Caesar, because time's getting away, unfortunately. Why does it always, go so quickly? Because we can talk so much about what we're doing. So just recapping, if you can just go over the doc points that you have, please.
Sure. So, all right, guys. So again, generals, all right, they're being used a lot. They're not talking to you because they're not on social media. They have their face on there, but it's not them. Okay. secret missions, peacekeeping missions, private missions. No such thing. None. Okay? Remember that. Remember, just think of the chessboard. Okay? Protect the king, right? Keep him safe. Why would you put him out there? Or I was a general, why would you be out there? Why would you put yourself in harm's way when, you're set for life? Just saying. They don't go on patrols. They don't go on patrols unless, in all my time, they've never been out.
When you say they don't go on patrols, you mean the generals don't go on patrols?
The generals do not go on patrols. When I would go on patrol, my job is to find out information, and then I will report back to a general and tell them what I found. So this way the general and his colonels and all of them can make further decisions on what to do next. That makes sense, right?
It certainly does.
So there's no need to have the general that's out there. None whatsoever. None. And then again,
and as you said, the generals, will be in the United States. They'll be at the Pentagon. They could be at the White House.
Yep, that's where they'll be
at. They're not out on the field.
Nope. This is not World War II. This isn't Teddy Roosevelt days. Back in the early 1900s. Different time. Different time. And also money. They make tons of money, guys. They make a lot of money. You don't need no
$18,000 a month.
And that's just salary. Not including all the extra stuff. So
they don't need money.
It's almost 25 grand a month. They don't need you guys. They don't need you. They don't need you for medical. They don't need you. If they're not going to lose their weapon, I promise you that.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
They're not.
Now that you're a whole lot of grief if you did that.
Yep. Trust me, they're not going to need your money, and they'll have and everything that they health insurance, everything's covered. So if they go to a hospital, they're covered. If their kids go to the hospital, they're covered. Wife covered. If they want to put their mom on there, sometimes the Army will actually accept if you have, say, a sickly mother. Of course, you have to prove. They'll do a physical on her, and and if they verify that she can use the Army health insurance, they'll put her on there. Great, right? Yeah. They'll put her on there.
Yeah. So that's the general. It's and as you said, with the peacekeeping missions and the secret missions, why would you be talking about if it's a secret mission?
None whatsoever. Again, we as the military, they have classes that are called operational security, which is OPSEC, and they hammer that so many times. And I mean, look, I seen a lieutenant. He printed out a secret document, but he used an unclassified fax machine.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So and guess what happened to him?
Bye.
He got relieved, and they sent him back to the States. All because he used a secret document labeled secret, but the fax machine was labeled unclassified. He needed to go to a secret one, and they're all labeled. But
and another thing they will not share. I mean, you're also not allowed to share your ID or your passport, and they do that. That's another fallacy.
If a soldier would actually give their ID to someone else to use, we're talking about, Ms. Cat, we're talking about immediate, not even just reduction in pay grade and pay, but literally you're what they call private snuffy or scruffy. You have nothing, no rank at all, and you get kicked out. So not only do they take everything away from you, they kick you out. Instead of like keeping your rank and then kicking you out, they give you nothing and they kick you out. Yeah, that's a big no. So people, if these quote unquote soldiers are showing you their ID. Why? There's absolutely positively no ID. Ask them for a driver's license.
Mm.
If you're so inclined to find out who they are, ask them for a driver's license.
Mm. Mm.
Ask for them.
And also with the and also they can't use their military passports too. They'll send those.
So yeah, you're right. I have seen those. Yeah,
Mm.
no pat. Yeah, why would you even show your pat? Because it's going to have information that's critical. It's called PII. It's
Mm-hmm.
it, oh my goodness, yeah, they're not going to do that. No one's going to do that. Especially
No.
being in the military, they teach you so many times, especially when you leave. Like even if, say, for example, if I were to say I was going to go to, say, South America and do like a training session with, say, my counterparts over there.
Mm.
I'm going to have a debrief from a military intelligence officer, like myself,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to tell me all my do's and don'ts. And one of them is going to be security of your personal belongings, which also includes your ID card and your passport.
Mm.
Yeah. And if you do lose those, say even if it was by accident, you can get reprimanded and actually
Oh
lose
my
rank and pay
word.
for losing your ID card or even exposing it.
Mm.
Even exposing it, you can get into big trouble. Oh, it's terrible. So
Mm.
trust me, no one's gonna be. Oh, look, this is really me. No, because
No.
if this person has to prove that way that who they are, then something's not right. If they
It
just can't,
doesn't add up, does it?
no, it doesn't. It's too much.
No.
That's what they call too
Mm.
much information. If they just can't come on there and say, "Hi, it's me. Look at me. Here I am," then
Mm.
that's it. They're
Mm.
done. Just block them, everyone. Please, just block them.
Mm. Yeah. Caesar, as always, you are so knowledgeable, and we love you, the whole
Thank you.
Scam Haters family globally.
I am
You,
so glad. Because I want to be your soldier. I want to be
yeah,
your weapon. To
yeah.
make sure that everyone gets
Mm.
taken care of and knows what's going on. Because again, the scammers can be real tricky.
Oh, it's terrible what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we just hope that we have more people, that actually come and volunteer for us, who have lived through their scams and have walked through their scams, like me,
Yeah.
and Sandy and Dana and Alicia. Yeah, we're very, very lucky to have you.
Well, I am lucky to be with you all. So
Oh,
I'm blessed. I'm the one that's blessed.
yeah, thank you. Okay, my dear, I shall let you go. It must be what is it, 9 o'clock there at
About
night?
to be 9. Yes, about to be 9 o'clock.
It's 11 a.m. on Saturday morning
Oh, got any
here.
plans today?
Um, maybe.
Oh, secret mission.
Maybe.
I got it.
Yeah.
Secret mission.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no,
Go
no, no, no.
ahead.
No, Ellie said, Mum, why don't you go out and enjoy yourself? So I might.
Oh, well, good. That's what you should do. I agree. That's
Mm,
what you should do. Go enjoy
mm,
yourself. Actually, tonight I'm
okay.
probably gonna watch a movie with Carrie. So
Yay!
yeah,
Hey, give her a hug from us.
I definitely
Okay.
will.
Yep. Yep. Thanks, Caesar, and thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a very, very insightful chat, and I've really enjoyed it. And Dana, just 6 p.m. here Friday. So
It's 6. Okay, right
6
on.
p.m.
All right. So you're out west. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Caesar, thank you.
Always a pleasure to
Bye,
speak to you.
everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a great night and great weekend.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.